Yeah, we back, man. We back for another session. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't pulled up yet, please go Blue Sports Podcast, LSU Fandan. I thank y'all, man. This video hit you on the YouTube land. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the love on TikTok. LSU Fandan 1, I believe. Thanks for all the love on Instagram. I appreciate the interaction you guys give me in the comment section. I'm telling you, I'm gonna reply. We're gonna have a conversation. Appreciate y'all. Instagram LSU _ Fandan. Thank y'all, man, for tuning in. I'm gonna go over a couple things, man. Turn the intro down. Sorry. Cut it off, matter of fact. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna go over a couple things, man. A lot of things been going down. A lot of things been happening. You know, we did pick up the win this weekend. Early game, you know what I'm saying? Packed out stadium, not to the max, but it was some great support, man. They had the support Saturday. They really did. And they fought for Frank Wilson Saturday. It was ugly game for us offensively still, but it was decent. We moved the ball. We made plays. Had a lot of drops. I can't ignore the drops. But hopefully we get better. MVB, Michael Van Buren, played a great game. To say this is his first start against an SEC opponent. The defense, Arkansas's defense, played pretty tough. They're not a top defense, but this game for the Golden Boot, they're gonna bring it. And I feel like our young O-line, they had a lot of whiffs. But they hung in there. They made some holes, for Durham. Had a great game. Harlem Berry, of course, had a great game. Of course. He was taken out a couple times after he makes some plays. But, there's neither here or there. But great game, collectively rushing. So that means the overline, even though there's been some changes to it, adjustments, they opened up a couple holes that game. You can't deny that. But, for Kearns, he's playing tackle still. I don't know what they expect from him. Sorry, my cord. It's a guard that's athletic. He's an athletic guy. Athletic, big man, strong man. At guard, he will be mean. And I really think they need to rededicate themselves to him so he don't transfer out. Because that's a talent. Let him play guard. That's his position. But, of course, he has trouble at tackle, Him and Weston Davis, it's hard to watch sometimes, but, it's a young O-line. They're young. Let them get the experience. So they've been playing some tough fronts. So I commend them. Got a lot to work on, but I do commend them. Them guys are playing as hard as they can. They're tough. It's going to be a lot of growing pains. A lot of growing pains with this offensive line. Sorry. But let's get some stats. Let's get a few stats from the game. Where's my handy dandy notebook? Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. 1 second. I'm back. I got my handy dandy. I want to go over a few stats. Michael Van Buren, 21 for 31. Got to think about the drops. 21 for 31, 221 yards. It's his first start now with 1 touchdown. No interceptions. Pretty decent game for Michael Van Buren. Pretty decent game for his first start. talented guy. We hope he, gets stronger, better accuracy, but he has no fear. So, he gets his confidence up, he could be a problem. He could be a problem. Whoever comes in, they have a chance to have an athlete and quarterback. As far as rushing goes, I'm telling you, man, they collectively it was okay. Caden Durham, 12 carries, 65 yards, a touchdown. Getting 5 yards a carry almost. It's pretty decent. He's been seeing the holes better. Again, hopefully he stays. Don't transfer out. Gets better. He can be a weapon. Our offensive line is going to get better. I'm telling you. I'm going to make that my catchphrase. I'm telling you. The O-line is going to get better. They're young. And they're going through the fire right now. How gold is made, man. Let them go through it. I commend them again. Go back to the stats, man. Harlan Berry, 11 carries, 52 yards. He averaged 4 yards a carry. He could have scored at the end, but that shows the IQ of the freshman. Number 1 running back in the country just a year ago. Great decision to slide. Leave no time on the clock. Let it run. They have to use their timeouts. That just shows his savvy for the game right now. Let's just hope he stays. He gets bigger, stronger. He can be a problem. Because he's doing this in that frame, that freshman frame, against top defenses. If we ran him more against Alabama, he would have been a problem. If we ran him more against Texas A&M, it would have been a problem. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? So I'll move on from that. I go to the defense, man. I mean, our receivers, like I said, man, we had some drops. We left a lot of meat on the bones again as an offense. But again, they fought. They made some tough catches as well. Michael Van Buren made some great throws, especially that post to Brown. It was a great pass. If you watched the game, you saw it. It was a tight window. He got it there, though. He got it there. But I want to go to the defense, man. And I'm just going to put a disclaimer out there. You may not like this, Tiger fans, because I don't. It's coming out of my mouth, though. It's facts. I really think Bobby Petrino, as far as his play calling goes, he's a great play caller. He's one of the best. But I feel like he left a lot of meat on the bones as far as design runs for Green at quarterback. I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, but I'm getting to the defense. Harold Perkins, he had a great game, man. It's something about him in Arkansas. He's gonna have a great game. There's one thing you ain't got to worry about. He's gonna have a great game against Arkansas. That is, because he wasn't letting nothing ride, man. Had a sack, interception, terrible throw by Green. Terrible throw by Green. But Harold Perkins was an X factor the whole game. If you watched it, great game by Harold Perkins, man. Great game by Harold Perkins. He played a hell of a game. The defense as a whole, man, they played a heck of a game. Had a couple goal line stands, forced fumbles. A lot of the times we couldn't take advantage of them. Again, offensively, we left a lot of meat on the bones. Again, play calling at times was questionable. Again, this game, but through it all, They ball. And I wanted to bring up Manso Delaney as well. If I'm saying his name correctly, I believe I am, y'all. Forgive me. If not, correct me in the comments, man. But he is no, it's not an argument. He's the best corner in college football. The season didn't turn out the way we wanted it to be, but he's been the one of the consistent things on this team. Every game, hands down. You know, maybe a missed tackle here or there, but that's him helping on the run game. But as far as coverage, it's a blanket. He's a blanket.
Perfect.
He's been doing his thing. He's been perfect. He he basically he's put your best receiver over there, or he guards the best receiver and blanketed. I mean, sometimes Blake have them playing too soft at times. You know, let them play a little closer. If you're not gonna let them jam, let them play a little closer. Not at the sticks, but a little closer. Cause it's we gave up a lot of 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 7s for 9, 10 yard hitches. No great coverage, but still we gave him up. But he played a perfect game with the interception at the goal line, great coverage, all over again.
Perfect.
But defense as a whole, man, played a great game. Pyburn made a few plays. Great, man. Only 1 week's out there. Pretty decent game. Again, Harold Perkins. He'll be a problem with somebody's defense in the NFL. You know, I don't know what fit, but whoever gets him, you got to just find a way to put him on the field, especially on 3rd down. He's an athlete. He gets stronger. You know, smarter. It can be a problem. You know, you wish, you know, we wish we had that consistency early on in the season. You know, at times, especially in the Vanderbilt game, we needed him that Vanderbilt game. Oh my gosh, we needed him. We really did. But I digress. Great game, great win, especially for Frank Wilson. Great. You love to see it. And again, it's a must for whoever comes in. I'm gonna touch on that by the way. Crazy news, but I'm gonna touch on that on the coaching carousel right now. No, but Frank Wilson, he has to stay on the staff. Whoever comes in, if you can look at the recruiting class right now, as far as people flipping or decommitting, we're not looking too bad, and we're keeping a lot of the top talent. Lamar Brown, I believe, the athlete. He plays offensive line and defensive line. 5-star. No, top guy. There's a couple D tackles. I think one just I'm blanking on his name. Just received 5-star rating, so he's staying committed right now. Know how this game goes in recruiting, but we got 2 5-stars right off the rip, and that's not telling who we may flip. I may touch on recruiting a little bit more on this channel. Again, thank y'all, man. LSU FanDan. It's Go Blue Sports Podcast. LSU FanDan. Thank y'all, for tuning in. Again, TikTok, LSU FanDan1. Instagram is LSU_FanDan. But we gonna move on. I'm gonna get into the alignment session of my show. And it's a segment that I made up because it's a word that we threw around a lot in this whole debacle with Brian Kelly's departure, his termination. We heard the word alignment a lot. The phrase the alignment or alignment. So I got my session of the show called The Alignment. And it's basically me explaining what the future of the program, the direction it needs to go. And part of that topic is the whole Lane Kiffin saga. Just got crazy. He pulled up today, y'all. Well, not him himself, but his wife pulled up today and had a tour. Did the same thing in Gainesville on Sunday. So he's weighing his options, y'all. Ole Miss letting them know, hey, you got till Thanksgiving, right? I believe it's the 28th. He has a deadline. He got to make a decision. And I know a lot of the Ole Miss fans will be upset, but and you guys let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. But we got to admit the landscape is way bigger at LSU than Ole Miss. You know, Lane Kiffin, you know, as great as a coach he is, I mean, they're not really getting all the top talent in Mississippi. To say they're the best team in Mississippi right now. So you got to attest to that. I could be wrong, but from what I've been seeing, recruiting, now the transfer portal has been crazy. Ole Miss have been funding to give Lane Kiffin the pieces that he needs. So for what he's been doing with Ole Miss, and those kids are playing their hearts out for him, and for all this to be going on, man, it's the business of the game. You know, and he could very well stay. But, you know, we can't be too upset that he's weighing his options. But, I mean, I know it looks crazy on Ole Miss that you guys are having a great season, playoff bound, have a chance to win it all. I mean, you may meet up with Ohio State at the end, depending on how the bracket looks. So they got a shot, man. But for them to give them a deadline, I think that's by the Egg Bowl. Yeah, it's always around Thanksgiving. The Egg Bowl. They give him the Egg Bowl, y'all. You got to make a decision. Are you staying or are you going? Because this is what Ole Miss is saying. You got to let us know because we got to get a coach if you leaving. And you won't be coaching the playoffs. So that's is what Ole Miss is saying.
One more time.
Come on, bro.
And you're through.
You guys let me know in the comments on YouTube if y'all hearing the sound bites. If not, I have to fix it, man. But I got some funny sound bites, man. I want to play. I want to incorporate it. Please don't think it's corny. I think it's a good idea. You know, as I get better, it'll catch on. You guys will like it. I have new sound bites every time. But again, back to the matter at hand. I'm sorry, y'all. Lane Kiffin basically pulled up. Not him in the flesh, but him in spirit through his wife. He pulled up, y'all.
Pull up on me.
He pulled up. Got a tour. I'm hoping they stayed on, on that side. Don't take them all over Baton Rouge. I'm pretty sure they're just staying on the delicate side. Let me just say that. But had a tour today, came and went. Who knows? He may stay. He may very much stay in Ole Miss. He got a good thing going. Will they be enough to make it over the top? If he signed an extension, he hasn't done it yet. But if you ask me, I'll be surprised if he stays. Because he could just sign the extension. But Ole Miss telling him, hey, you ain't got but a few days. Eat your Thanksgiving meal. Let us know. Because, they make him go after John Summerall. Somewhere like that. Or they may very much go after the South Florida guy. If he's looking to move up. I don't know if he signed an extension there or not, but who knows? They need to get some new blood in there if Lane gonna be gone. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments, man. I'm gonna interact. I love to interact. Again, on TikTok, LSU FANDAN 1. Instagram, LSU_FANDAN. I don't have a Facebook. I need to get one. See if wife can help me with that. But a part of the alignment also, what if Lane Kiffin stays? Or he goes to Florida? You don't think he can do some things in Florida? Give him a defense? I don't know if he will. Bring a good quarterback coach in. He may can do some things with DJ Langway, man. I think it's the accuracy and the decision making with Lagway. But we'll see. We'll see. Will he stay in Florida or will he transfer out? Because if we miss on Lane, what would our next coach do? Yet alone be, would he go into the transfer portal to try to bring in a quarterback? Or would he try to, develop Michael Van Buren? Go with him. He has Western Kentucky to play against, Michael Van Buren, that is. And he got a game against Oklahoma. Will they sit Nuss for the rest of the season? You guys let me know in the comments. You think Nuss should play again? Or should he just rest, man? Get ready for NFL, next level. Why not go ahead, train? Improve. Get ready for the combine. Because you going to have to go to the combine, man. Your tape this season hurts you, man. But again, we'll see. Because what if he comes back healthy? Do you start Van Buren? I think you should. I hope we do. But then again, we'll see. But whatever coach comes in, if we miss on Lane Kiffin, I really don't know who. I really don't know who we can look to or turn to. But whoever comes in here, he has to embody the program. You don't gotta come and try to be a Cajun or, just I'm from Louisiana type guy. Just come in and get to work, man. Like, come in, know what you want to do with this team, have the vision. Make sure you keep Frank and Corey Raymond. I know, things can happen where we may have to have a whole or entirely different DC, and then you see who would transfer. If we lose Baker, I believe whoever comes in should keep their whole defensive staff plus Frank. But as far as the offensive goes, man, however that go, offensive coordinator needs to be a seasoned play caller, knows how to attack weaknesses in defense, and really know what type of player we need and build the system around those players. That's it. Whoever it is, whether it's, I believe, Eli Drinkwitz, you bringing him, I believe we should be okay offensively. Missouri is a heck of a team offensively. Can't really stop nobody, but they always have an offense. You don't think he can have a defense at LSU? If we put the money towards recruiting and NIL, just give him a defense. I know he's probably gonna bring in a quarterback. I mean, he may go with Van Buren, unless it's like a Lenore Sellers looking to transfer. I mean, who knows? Want a new beginning? Want to stay in the SEC? Or will he want to go elsewhere? Because Lenore Sellers, again, it's just decision making. Because surprisingly, he's pretty accurate to me from what I've been seeing. His deep balls always on the money. So Lenore Sellers would be a great pickup for any team. You just got to put him in a situation where he has weapons around him and where he doesn't have to be superhero throughout the entire game. Because he literally wheels his team to victory every game. Well, the games that he don't fumble at the end or, just, have his little spats. They lose games. But he also wheeled his team to wins just off him making plays with his feet, throwing on the run. Get Lenore Sellers on the team that has weapons. He'll be dangerous. Or better yet, put him anywhere with the coach that knows how to use him. Because he needs to design runs. I'm sorry. He has to ice up, get stronger, get bigger. But as far as his throwing goes, decision making, you just need timing on his ball. Every ball ain't have to be, a zip, more touch, I should say. But Lenore Sellers will be dangerous wherever he goes if the offensive coordinator knows how to use him. Because he would be Cam Newton somewhere. Ooh, if he goes to Auburn, please don't let that happen. Do not let Lenore Sellers go to Auburn, y'all. I hate I put that in the air. God almighty. That would be tragic. He would be great for them, but we'll see. And again, man, I didn't want to hold you guys long today, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in again. Hit my camera. For tuning in again. Thank y'all. Again, leave your comments, man. YouTube, Go Blue Sports Podcast. Hit me up, man. Subscribe, please. Interact with me on there. I will reply. Trust me. I will reply. But, in wrapping up, I really I want us to get Lane Kiffin. I really do. But, the planner in me, I want to know what our second option is if we miss. But, we're going to keep track. We're going to keep looking for the updates and things. We'll see. What is Lane Kiffin going to do? Will he make a decision sooner than we think? Because they're not going to let him coach through the playoffs, man. I'm telling you right now. He has until Thanksgiving, basically. Egg Bowl time. Let us know. They may not let him coach the Egg Bowl. Again, we'll see, man. Lane Kiffin. Y'all let me know who else, man, we should get. Should we holler at John Summerall? Put out the politics. Should we holler at Eli Drinkwitz? Drink with you. Let me know what you think, man. Again, TikTok, LSU FANDAN 1. Instagram, LSU_FANDAN. Again, YouTube, Go Blue Sports Podcast, LSU FANDAN. I'm actually one half of a dynamic duo. Pretty soon, man, you'll see the other half, Go Blue Sports Podcast, on the Michigan side of things. Crazy, right? Go Blue. Hence the name, Go Blue Sports Podcast. It's going to be a movie. But when I get Coach Lynch on here, it's going to be a movie, man. But shout out to Coach Lynch, Tory Lynch. We're going to be doing big things pretty soon. He's going to let y'all know what he thinks, the future of Michigan is going to look like. This is a guy that knows his ball. Football, basketball, whatever. Soon coach of the year, wherever he goes. But again, we're going to be doing big things. And in closing, thank y'all again, man. Just let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I love to interact. I have this chopped up, have it on TikTok, IG. Hit me up, man. Thank y'all again for watching. Till next time, man. Hopefully I get an update on this Lane Kiffin thing. See how we looking recruiting. I'm gonna try to cover recruiting a little bit more. Because I believe this transfer portal window, this one thing gonna be crucial. Who knows gonna be in there, man? So I'm gonna try to keep up with that. But I'll get better and better with this, you guys. Again, till next time, man. Thank you.